Hey everybody, welcome to the Sky Lounge, here to review some Seattle Seahawks action. Week 1 of the 2018 NFL season. Woo! As we lose 24-27. Let's talk about this game. Let's talk about what happened. Fun shit, right? Fun shit. Because in the beginning, it looked all good. It looked all good. Earl Thomas was back. Earl had a fucking interception the first fucking quarter on Case Keenum, the guy everyone's been hyping up, Case fucking Keenum. And Earl gets an interception in there, and who does Russell Wilson throw the first touchdown to? Disley, the fucking tight end that we drafted from the 2018 draft. Good on him, good catch. He looks like a strong, good old tight end. I know Jimmy Graham is going to be a huge miss, but hey, we got Will. Where there's a will, there's a way. I know that's a really bad pun, but this is where this is the mood I was at that point. I was like, wow, great start, especially at Denver. You shot first in Denver. That's fantastic. But the reality of this defense, I feel, is as great of individual pieces you have in there, it doesn't have that cohesiveness yet. So when it comes down to it, a couple minutes later, Denver gets a touchdown in their 29-yard pass for Lindsey from Case Keenum, who Lindsey was having a phenomenal game. Running back, I believe they just drafted him too, young kid, but has the engine, has the juice to just fucking run through. Looks like a solid player. And in the second quarter, it was all a story of Denver, because despite the fact that Janikowski gets a field goal in there early on, Denver is able to capitalize on our lapse of judgment and kind of lackadaisical nature on the defense. Case Keenum throwing for short fucking yards, but gaining first downs easily. And Sanders gets a 43-yard pass, and it was that touchdown. If you guys are watching YouTube or fucking highlights or any of that shit, that fucking backflip shit that Sanders did, yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a goddamn touchdown right before the fucking first half ended. And McManus gets a field goal in there to have Denver ahead by a small margin. So at this point, you're still thinking, okay, Seattle just has to get their shit together. It's still a one-possession game. We should be okay. You come out in the second half looking fucking strong because Bradley McDougald gets a fucking INT. Second INT of the game. And mind you, this wasn't the last INT of the game for Case Keenum. And when, to be fair, when we look at the other side, Russell Wilson had a couple of interceptions in there too. But Brandon Marshall was able to capitalize on this. Gets his first touchdown for the Seattle Seahawks. Great for him. A veteran presence for us, for our Seahawks, along with the fact that Doug Baldwin's going to be out. It just came out that he was stretchered off, and I think he has an MCL sprain, if I'm not mistaken. And so I don't know what's going to happen to Doug. I honestly don't know what's going to happen to Doug. Hopefully, speedy recovery. Best of luck to you, Doug. Good Lord, it just sucks to have all these pieces falling out. And with Marshall, getting that touchdown in there, we think we're in the safe spot. But McManus gets another field goal in there, and mind you, McManus was shooting fucking field goals 50+ yards out, 51 and 53 yards for 2 field goals. So in my whole fucking thought process when I'm watching this game was, okay, individual talents on defense, we should be doing better. But Case Keenum, I can shit on Case Keenum all I want, but he does his job. He does his job. He's a decent-ass quarterback. And, at the end of the end game statistics does really show you that. And, in the fourth quarter, this is where shit just broke my heart. Shit just broke my heart. Because Tyler Lockett gets a touchdown, a 51-yard pass, and a touchdown from that shit. And mind you, boys and girls, Tyler Lockett got a beautiful fucking contract extension. And I know there's a lot of people that are going to say, nearly $11 million a year seems like a bit of a stretch. Yeah, tell me that. Tell me that about fucking Odell. Yeah, tell me about that shit. Oh, elite talent, all that shit. I don't think you should pay wide receivers that much money. That's just my personal opinion. It's a luxury piece on a decent car kind of mentality. But Tyler Lockett does his job, gets his job done. And we were up. Seattle was up for a while, and we just had to play solid defense. But 3 minutes later, Demaryius Thomas, 4-yard passing touchdown. And this is the thing. Consistent first downs from Case Keenum. This was a difference maker for us. I truly think, when you asked me about my opinion about this game, what it really boiled down to was as many interceptions as Case Keenum threw. He threw 3 interceptions, by the way. Case Keenum threw 3 interceptions. However, on the flip side, he threw 3 touchdowns and 329 yards on 39 attempts, 25 attempts completed. So my whole thing becomes, okay, so Case Keenum, despite the fact that, you know, he threw these interceptions, he was making these short, quick passes and getting those first downs. Whereas Russell, okay, so it's not a huge margin of difference in terms of how many throws they attempted. Russell Wilson, 19 completed passes on 33 attempts, 298 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Marginal differences at most, marginal differences. But to me, it said a lot about the defense. Really, it really did say a lot about defense. And again, guys, I'm not gonna shit on this defense right now. There's a lot of cohesion that has to be involved, right? And chemistry, all these fucking things. And unfortunately, the Seahawks come out with a loss, you know, at Denver, despite how close we were. But here's the thing. Here's the other thing. You know, we can say defense, we can say all this, and you know, I just realized something. The one thing I should have written on my notes, and it just popped up in my head, and it's so evident. It was so fucking evident. It was so goddamn evident since last season. I've been saying this all of fucking last season. Please go back on the channel. Please look at it again. O-line. The fucking O-line. Like, is there anything else to say about this O-line at this point? Let me just give you one little point. One little point. That tells you already enough about this O-line. 6 sacks on Russell Wilson. And yes, I understand that Von Miller had a fantastic game, but 6 fucking sacks on fucking Russell Wilson. Protect your fucking quarterback. Protect your fucking quarterback. Good God. Listen, I'm an idiot. I don't know football. All right? I'm just a fucking fan who watches the sport for fun. I know one goddamn thing, though. Protect your fucking quarterback. I don't know. And the game ends 24-27. I know, and us Seahawks fans must be frustrated. We're all frustrated right now, right? Me doubly so. I'm absolutely frustrated. But at the end of the day, it's a long season. We still got 15 more games. At Chicago next week. Not really too confident about that either. So again, boys and girls, at the bottom line is I'm a diehard Seahawks fan. I'll be doing reviews every week. Every Seahawks game I'll be reviewing. My hope for the season isn't as optimistic, though. I genuinely still think it's going to be 8-8. We'll see, though. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys like this shit, click on the links in the description for more at the Sky Lounge. Comment and subscribe for more daily content. Now, fuck off.